live. I am out and about right now, and I wanted to come and remind you all that haven't played the trivia, the Dooney and Bourke trivia game this week. This is the last day, and I want to congratulate everyone that has participated and those that have won. I'm so happy to have you all a part of my community of people, of handbag lovers, of Dooney and Bourke lovers, things of that nature. So I just want to make sure that y'all remember that today is the last day. Like, you only have a couple of hours, less than 5 hours. It ends at midnight. I will announce the winner sometime tomorrow afternoon, Sunday tomorrow afternoon. So I just want to make sure that you are going ahead, and because these stickers, I think they're just awesome. I really do believe that. And from today, I saw that initially from the Facebook group that I follow, they thought it was 3 stickers, new stickers. Apparently there are 4 new stickers this year, and maybe not necessarily this year, or maybe so far this year, I'll say that. And so I'm hoping to snag the other 3, because I just so happen to get one of them that I revealed today during my live. So yeah, y'all go ahead and make sure that you enter. I hope that you all are also participating in staying hydrated and out of this heat. It is draining. Like, you could be out there for 5 seconds and feel like you need to go and sleep for 10 hours because it is really heated. I don't know what's happening with our earth. I feel like they're not telling us something. I think we're getting closer to the sun instead of maybe, further away. Not too far away from it, but it's just a lot. So I just want to encourage you all to make sure that you stay hydrated, and that you stay fresh. And when I say fresh, if you know your body odor, your body chemistry can't take too much. I've known people to shower 3 times a day during the summertime. Y'all make sure that y'all stay fresh. Because it's a lot. It just doesn't take long at all. What's another tidbit that I want to give you all as I am going out this evening to try and engage in some more self-care? I recognized this morning when I went out for breakfast, and I like to do things by myself. I dwell in being to myself. I also like to be around other people and get that connection and things of that nature. And I've really been connecting via YouTube. But when I tell you, I sat there and meditated and just kicked in my mindfulness technique, where I was really focused on what was around me. Like, you can hear so many conversations, and then of course when you hear like a lot of talk, you don't have the full awareness of what they're talking about. And so it didn't matter. I didn't have to know what exactly the conversations were, but to just be involved in it. I sat there and wrote a poem. I hadn't written a poem in a while. I think one of my other things that I will share about myself is at one point in time, I love to write poetry, and every now and then I do tap into it. But this morning, it was the first time in a while for which I did that. And it was remarkable to me, because I just couldn't believe that in that setting, I felt like I was right smack dab in the middle of the restaurant, taking all of this sensory stuff in. And it was a lot, but I knew how to balance it out. And so I encourage you all to take time to dive into mindfulness and what that means as far as the way that I share with others. Tap into your senses, your 5 senses. So you have your hearing, you have your ability to see, your taste, your feel, and your smell. What do you smell? So when you sit there and you go in order according to however way you want to do, I always use taste last, because it's not 2 or 3 things at one time that I'm trying to taste. So it's one thing that you can taste. But give up or observe 5 things that you hear 4 things that you see. You can kind of switch that up. 3 things that you feel, 2 things that you may smell, and 1 thing that you may taste. When you start to really focus your mind, it takes your mind from off of whatever may be really just getting on your nerves, or it takes your mind to a place of distraction, and it's a healthy distraction because you're not focused on whatever the negative thoughts you may have. So that's a technique that I learned while providing counseling to children years ago, and I always practice that myself. Because another thing about me is I'm not going to tell you something to do something or suggest something if I haven't done it myself, because there has to be some level of buy-in from the person sharing the information. That's just what I believe. Even with my channel, I can't tell you to go and purchase other brands, but I can tell you about Dooney and Bourke. And so I pretty much stick to that thought process. And so I just encourage you all to take the time. The heat is here, y'all. It is here, and it probably has been here in some areas for you all quite sooner than it officially started, which it officially started a couple of days ago. But it's hot. That's all I can tell you. It's hot. I barely want to be outside for anything. Like, I love the nighttime, but even the nighttime is a tad bit warm for me. So I'd rather just stay in. But practice what you need to do to stay healthy, to stay aware, and always be aware of your surroundings, because there's so much going on. I know in my neck of the woods, you know, as far as what the news shares and maybe even word of mouth, it's a lot that always is happening. But you definitely need to be vigilant and aware of your surroundings, because even as I'm talking, I'm looking around. I always use all of my mirrors and my windows. I'm looking, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You got to stay aware. You got to look up, down, around, everywhere. So I just wanted to share those little tidbits, and I hope that you all have wonderful times that you're spending with family, that you're getting your rest, not just your physical rest, but your mental rest as well. Take the time to say no to people that you probably normally would say yes to all the time. You don't have to feel obligated to stretch yourself, because you can stretch yourself. If you get a rubber band and you stretch it and stretch it, and you say, "Ooh, let me see how much further I can stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it," and eventually it'll pop. You don't want to be that person to pop. You just don't want to be that person. So definitely take time for yourself. Stay hydrated. Stay fresh. Y'all have a good one.